Hey, it's Squidly. For 2023, I'm going to be rocking 5 new pieces of gear for the new year. All 5 of these pieces of gear were new to me at Christmas, so I haven't used them much, but I've used all of it on a 2-night trip on the Pine Mountain Trail, and I've used some of it on a couple of day hikes as I've been training for the Alabama Triple Crown coming up in March. Keep watching for that. So as I show each one of these pieces, I think I've got some B-roll, some footage that I can put in a short video down here or down here somewhere. If I've got it, I'll put it in here, and if I don't, well, then just go with what I'm showing you here. So the first thing I want to show you is a pair of running shorts that came off of Amazon, and they're from a company called G Gradual. And the problem I've had with shorts for hiking is that I'm really short-legged, and even shorts that are reasonably short end up hitting me a little bit too low at the knee. And so I wanted something that was a little bit above the knee, but the problem is I also wanted something with pockets, preferably with zippers, that would be deep enough to hold my phone. So when I got these, I really was kind of afraid they might be a little bit too short, and I'm not going to lie, they're short, but they're long enough with the pockets to hold a phone, and they're long enough that they don't feel obscene, and they come to just above the knee on me, which, like I said, is kind of important for me, being so short-legged, finding shorts that are short enough but not too short. They also have zippers on the pockets. They are 95% polyester and 5% spandex. Really like these shorts. Wore them for, gosh, how many miles did I do? It was supposed to be a yo-yo on the Pine Mountain Trail, and I ended up tweaking a knee and couldn't do all of the yo-yo, but I ended up doing I think just short of 30 miles, where it was supposed to be about 46. So anyway, wore these for the whole thing and really like these shorts. The second item is not my backpack. It's a new water bottle sleeve from Chicken Tramper. I already had the 1 liter sleeve, and I wanted the smaller sleeve for my second one. And my original fear was that these would be kind of all up in my face as I was hiking all day. And when I got the first one, I got it thinking, okay, maybe I'll use this, maybe I won't. Fell in love with it. It's awesome to have water that's so easy to get to, because I've kind of got T-Rex arms and can't get around to my water bottle easily. So having the water bottle sleeve with the water right in front of me just makes hydration so much easier. So I also wanted one of the smaller ones, and what is it? It's like 0.7 liters. Is that right? Yeah, it's 700 milliliters, so 0.7 liters, and I haven't figured out yet exactly how to put it on the strap so that it's at the right height. It's a little bit off, but I'm trying to balance that with the clip for the umbrella that's on the same side. It doesn't interfere with the umbrella. I found that out on the Pine Mountain Trail, but I've got to get the height of it right, and that's just a matter of a little bit of adjustment, and I'll eventually get that right. But right now, I'm loving the water bottle sleeve from Chicken Tramper. This third piece I decided to put on and model it for whatever that's worth. This is a Merino wool hoodie from a company called Merino. Got it on Amazon, and it was inexpensive, which should have told me that it was probably going to be thin. So when I got it and I opened it, I realized, okay, this is kind of thin. I thought, I don't know how this is going to work out, if this is going to do much for keeping me warm. Oh my goodness, this thing, even in pretty cool temperatures, I did a day hike. It was the 21-mile Sipsey Loop, and I think the high temperature was in the low 40s. There was pretty significant wind all day, and I eventually had to come out of this. And I'm wearing it as kind of a mid layer. I think it can also be worn as a base layer, kind of like what I'm wearing right now. I'm not wearing anything under it, so it can be worn like this. Really love this, and even though it's kind of thin, it goes a long way to keeping you warm and keeping you comfortable on trail. In fact, like I said, moving even with the temperatures in the 30s and then eventually as a high in the low 40s, I had to come out of it. It was just too much. One thing I like is it has the thumb holes. I don't know what it is about that. A lot of people like it. I think there are some who don't care much for it. I really like it, and of course, if you want, you can take your thumbs out and pull the sleeves up. But it also has the hood. I've worn the hood, and eventually, you know, you start moving, you got to come out of that. You got to let some heat get out. But right now, I am really liking this merino wool hoodie from Merino. For years, I've been using an inexpensive down puffy jacket that was only $6.50 fill, and it didn't do a whole lot for really warming you up when you were already cold. Now it would do pretty well if you started out warm, put it on, and it would kind of keep you there, but it didn't have a hood. It was, like I said, $6.50 down, so not the highest quality, and it was very inexpensive when I got it. So what I wanted was something that could go a little bit further toward not just keeping me warm, but getting me warm. And also I wanted something with a hood. And so I looked around at some down products and some down hoodies, and what I settled on was the Outdoor Research Stormfront. And it's a higher quality down. And I just caught myself, I don't remember if it's 800 or 850. I'll look it up and I'll put it on the screen because right now I'm just drawing a blank, I don't remember. But it does have the hood. Had this on the Pine Mountain Trail, and this was really good for in camp. I think the lows on that trip were kind of on the shoulders of the freezing point, and I think one night was pretty significantly below freezing. I think it was down in the 20s. So right now I am really liking this Outdoor Research Stormfront down hoodie. The final piece is the Hilltop Packs Fanny Pack. Another piece that I got for a specific reason. I've dealt with this on my channel. I'm diabetic, and as the condition has progressed, I have found that I needed something to sort of put all of my insulin, needles, medicine. I needed it all in one place that was going to be easy for me to bring in the tent with me at night, but have access to it through the day because I have to take insulin with every meal. So I wanted a fanny pack so I could wear it in front of me and have access to all of that, but also have access to snacks through the day, because the other side to taking insulin is sometimes you've got too much insulin, too much energy output, and then you need some more calories in order to get your blood sugar back up. So I needed something to have snacks in through the day. So what I've been doing is using this Hilltop Packs Fanny Pack for all of that. On that trip on the Pine Mountain Trail and on the day hikes, this has been a perfect addition for me taking care of all of my diabetic needs. Now, if you're not diabetic and you're listening to that thinking, well, what purpose do I have for it? Oh, trust me, you would have a purpose for it, because having access to some of the small things through the course of the day, but also having access to snacks so that you don't have to stop and dig this stuff out in order to get access to it, has been sort of crucial. That 21-mile day hike, I didn't even stop for lunch. I didn't stop for any snacks. I just kept going all day. And it was so much easier having all of the stuff that I needed right in front of me. One of the things is, of course, that it's roll top, so it'll compress down pretty small as you have less stuff in it. But it also, as you just saw, will expand to be pretty big as you have more stuff in it. One of the features that I liked when it came in, because I really didn't know how this was going to work, but it came with two ways to attach it to yourself. The way I have it figured now would be for if I'm doing a day hike and I just have my day hiking pack, and it has the strap that goes around your waist and clips in, and so it's attached to you but not attached to anything else, which may sound weird right now, but it'll make sense in just a second. So wearing it like this on day hikes is fine, but the strap being thinner and not being attached to anything else, after 21 miles it's not digging into me, but I sort of got tired of the belt. But again, that was just for a day hike, and I can tolerate that all day if I need to. It wasn't that bad. The other way that it attaches, it came with a different set of straps where it attaches to the belt of my bigger pack, my overnight pack, the Z-Packs Arc Haul. And so having it attached to that belt meant that I didn't feel it really at all, except that I could feel it sort of being right in front of me. But as far as it kind of pulling on the belt or anything like that, didn't feel anything at all like that. That's only with this smaller one that I would use on day hikes, and just kind of by the end of the day, you just feel it and you're aware that it's there. It's not bad, it's just you're aware of it. I forget which material this is. I'll have to go on the Hilltop Packs website, look it up, and I'll put it on the screen if I can find it. But I know for a fact that it's waterproof because on the Pine Mountain Trail, we got rained on pretty significantly. So everything inside stayed dry. So I'm pretty sure that this is either highly water resistant or waterproof. Okay, that's 5 new pieces of gear for the new year. Tell me in the comments what you think about this, or tell me what new pieces of gear you're using. And on the way out, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.